Okay. I tam exists a good day. It is kind of getting into the late morning of Sunday, May 30th, 2021, in the lunar cycle Oppostisket Satos, the flower moon, which is our first summer lunar cycle. I'm out here kind of in the middle of Park Lake, southern Alberta, and this is not the first time I've visited this lake, but it's the first time I've visited by kayak. And I thought today I would make a little video for my friend Danny Campbell, who is a nature guide in Tortuguero, Costa Rica. If you ever visit Costa Rica, or if you're from there, you should go to Tortuguero and take some of their tours, some of their jungle tours out there on the river. It's pretty cool. So Danny took Chelsea and I out on the river and then showed us a good time that night. Me and him go back and forth and show each other, send each other little video clips of nature and stuff from our respective places. And so today I thought this is a cool opportunity to kind of tour a body of water in my area and show you what wildlife looks like from the water here. So check it out, Danny. Let's go for a little spin around the lake. So I guess this over here would be our boat launch area, although that's not the direction that I took. I set in at the public beach on the other side of the lake. Just pulled my kayak, through the woods there a little bit and dropped in. What I'm thinking we'll do first is go check out these reeds. So that looks like a good place for bird life, eh? Yeah, we'll go check out the reeds, then kind of skirt the shoreline along this campsite area. I noticed coming across the lake that there's a lot of plant life. There's a forest of plant life, reaching up just almost to the surface here in the lake. As even in the deepest parts of the lake, there's still visible plant life, and it's deep. I don't know exactly how deep, but I set my oar. Let's do it now. Let's experiment. I'm going to put my oar down into the water. Let's see if we can find the bottom. And I cannot find the bottom. So I don't know how long this oar is. Probably 8 feet, 9 feet. I don't know. But yeah, so it's it's not super shallow. And yet there's plants reaching all the way to the top. Look at that. And, insect life along with the plants. I've seen beetles surfacing and this kind of a thing. Right when I set into the water, there was an osprey. And I know that you guys have ospreys up, down in Costa Rica as well. So I got a little clip of that, wanting to show you, even though I hadn't started the video yet. Maybe we'll catch up to that bird somewhere on the other side of the lake. But yeah, these reeds are intriguing. I think we're gonna see some neat birds in here. Let's go check it out. Alright, we're getting into it now. Can you hear the chorus frogs? It's chorus frogs singing around me. Try to get a look at one in the reeds here. I hear red-winged blackbirds chirping. We're gonna get some visuals here pretty quick though. I hear yellow-headed blackbirds. I hear farm vehicles. Yeah, we're gonna see some stuff in the reeds here. Let's go over this way and maybe we'll see a frog. Alright, here is the red-winged blackbird. Which in the Blackfoot language is called Imachkominiksini, which basically means red-winged blackbird. This is the male. He's upset. They're probably got a nest. They nest in the reeds here. There's his lady. Show you here. So what happens is the males come in, they migrate in first, earlier than the females, and they kind of fight over territory, and they like to nest in the reeds. They make these hanging basket nests, and if this guy's got really good territory, good nesting, protected nesting territory above the water and everything, he might get a whole little harem of mates, and they all kind of help raise each other's, you know. There's chorus frogs right along here, but of course, you know, they quiet right down as I come on the approach. Do you guys have cattails? These plants? You must, right? In Costa Rica. Cattails. If you don't, these are a very useful plant. Hey, of course you can use the stalks for basketry and mats and that kind of thing. It's used by lots of tribes in North America for that kind of stuff, even like raincoats. And the inner stalk of the growing plant is really tasty. It's kind of almost, I guess I could compare it to like a celery. When the flowers are green, the flower stems are green, you can eat those. And right at the beginning of the season, before there's even much green growth or anything, the roots, hey, they got the new little root stalks coming off. So you harvest those. It's pretty much a useful plant year round. And even these old, like this stuff here, this is used for diaper padding in moss bags in the old days. Now look at this over here. We got another bird. This is a yellow-headed blackbird, which in Blackfoot is called Soiksina. Soiksina, which is the water blackbird. Sounds like a droid. This is the male. There's another male he's kind of bickering back and forth with, just on the other side of this channel. See if he'll sound off again. That was cool. There's his competition over there. See if he'll respond or if I'm bugging him too much. He notices me now. Cars passing, not opportune. He's gonna say something eventually here. Yeah, that's his competition over there. Come on, buddy. Claim your area. He's being shy. I like the sounds that they make. They remind me of like Star Wars droids. Their females look a lot like the red-winged blackbird females, and they make a very similar basket nest. Very similar. Oh, now he goes. Now these guys will claim the best territories out here. That's why they're called the water blackbird. They'll kick the red-winged blackbirds off to the side and claim the best reed patches for themselves. Nice and protected over the water for nesting. Same pattern with wives and all of that. Let's go see his competition over there, maybe. Since the frogs are being quiet. Check it out. that one bird's competition over here. He has a duck hanging out with him. A couple of ducks actually over there. This is probably the most worldwide known duck, right? Mallard duck. Meekshikutsi, red legs. These guys mate with anybody. That's why they got representatives worldwide. This time of year, of course, the females got little ducklings and stuff, and the males have ditched them. Hey, the drakes ditch them when they're on the nests. They go hang out with their buddies. They look for vulnerable young females that maybe aren't mated and stuff yet, and they do a little bit of gang banging on them, chasing those girls around all summer, and then at the end of the year they go back and find their wives. And they apologize. You know, this guy, he might be with his lady. He might be the one good drake. You know, the wives usually take him back in any case. They tell him they'll never do it again. And then, but from then on, you know, she get that voice. Wah, 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 wah. That's a female mallard voice. The men don't make that sound, hey? Only the women do that. Wah, 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 wah. True story. Check out this willow tree, hey? Really nice, big, healthy willow. Well, lots of dead ends too, but that's cool. Let's go into that big set of reeds over there. Sorry to say, Danny, we got no caiman here to show you. No, nothing like that. But we do got these guys. Guy. The orange breast, yellow breast. We call these guys American robins. Although I know Costa Rica gets a lot of our birds, you know, go down to Costa Rica for the winter, okay? And then, so some of these same birds that I'm seeing today, they may have been in the jungle there with you, you know, not too long ago. Yeah, every time I like pull it anywhere, the frogs quiet down. You gotta sit a while. This guy's food hunting. Check it out, Danny. I found one of the hanging basket nests of those yellow-headed blackbirds to show you. Let's see if I can pull myself in here a little bit. This has got to be one of last year's nests, or the property owner, who's just over this way, would have been pretty pissed off. But hopefully you can get a kind of an idea of what it is here. It's made of a lot of reed material, and it's It's just woven around standing reeds in the water, above the water, hey? The water is the protection. Oh, look at this. This is Mrs. Maybe this is an active nest, I don't know. Or maybe that's a hatchling already. I bet that's a hatchling already. He's not doing good moving around, so they might already had a brood. Yeah, hey? They might have already had a brood, and that brood is kind of popping around here in the reeds. Here's that one, and no, it is not a baby. This one is definitely a female, adult female, who's was unhappy with me being around the nest, but now that I'm kind of drifting away from the nest, she's more interested in taking care of her body itches and lice and whatever she's got. All of her little bird nits. Yeah, this female here is carrion nesting, making materials. So that's how far along they are, hey? Definitely don't have broods yet. They're just making this year's nests. Which is what I thought. It just seemed weird the way that she approached. She seemed kind of puffy, like a hatchling, like a fledgling, you know. Let's see. I think I'll pull one of these cattails as an example, hey? The harvest. Check it out. Let's see if I can get one to come up. Yeah, I got it. Cool. All right, so you can just pop them right out if you're in the water like this. And what you do with them? Hold on. Turn this sucker around here. If you've never tried this, definitely try it. Let's see if I can get my camera to stabilize here. So, take your cattail stalk, remove the outside fronds from the stalk, revealing this kind of whiter inner stalk. And this is good stuff, man. This is like, it's just like refreshing, like I guess what I would compare it to is something like maybe a cucumber, hey? Other kayakers. Yeah. So if you haven't tried this, or if you got it in Costa Rica, give it a try. I've even thought about, catching a bunch of stems like this and putting them in a pickle juice, and pickling them. See how that goes. In fact, maybe I might try it. They're just perfect right now to do this stuff with. So anyway, thought I'd show you. Nice refreshing treat. Can you see our mountains out there in the distance? It's a clear day. I can see them pretty well, but I don't know how they show up on this video. That looks like fun, but nowhere to store anything. Hard to make videos balancing like that. Dude, check out these dragonfly larvae. Alien looking things here. Getting maybe ready to pupate. Transform into adult dragonflies. think they live underwater for a few years, as larvae. And then they come out like this, shed that skin, transform, grow wings, have one glorious summer. Lots of dragonfly sex. And then it's all over, man. Death. Death at the end of the summer for these guys. Just kind of letting myself drift past the campsites here, but noticing some other birds among the rocks. You know, they're picking insects and such, and I'm noticing some of the insects too as well. You know, some of them that are floating in the water and such. There's definitely things going on and things to eat. I'm surprised that there's not tree swallows kind of swarming around out here, but I wonder why that is. In fact, I guess there seems to be fewer tree swallows at the pond this year too, where I'm used to going. Looks like we got some starlings here, but probably also some grackles. Let me see if I can get in close. Yeah, these rocks along here just ripe with these birds. Starlings and robins and grackles. Surprisingly, no shorebirds. I have not seen any sandpipers. I have not seen any killdeer. Of course, it's not really shallows here. The kind of true shallows they like. Obviously, we're coming up on the beach. Hey, this is Party Beach. No, this is just families. Hey, hanging out here, enjoying the water and stuff. So I think I'm gonna crank real fast across the lake out that way for an exploration of that side of the lake and get past the beach.
Girl, come on. Good girl.
Yeah, this thing's making a few noises. Hope it's not preparing to open the hatch and let a bunch of water out down the canal system. I think this is where, well, I'm sure this is where the canals get fed from this reservoir. The irrigation canals for the agricultural land that surrounds this lake. There's a few ducks up here in the water. I think they're just Mixicatsi. I think they're just mallards. I gotta tell you, Danny, our waterfowl have not really shown themselves to you today out here. Not at all. We got a lot more birds. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know why they're not out here. Maybe they don't. Maybe there's not fish. There should be. I would think there'd be some diving birds around here, but not seeing any. That farm, and it looks like this just kind of circles around here. The lake just this is pretty much the end of the lake, and it's all just this reservoir rock, which is only going to be really interested, you know, in the sense of seeing some of the insects that the birds are feeding on. Maybe in that tree line there'll be something to see, so I think I'll scoot across that side of the lake and check it out. Oh yes, my choice to come to the tree line I think is a good one, because this tree line has reeds, it looks like, all along it. Hold on, I'm going to try to steer us. So we're going along. We may see some other wildlife here that we haven't yet. Maybe, maybe not, but it'll be cool anyway. It's always cool in the reeds. Of course, just as I get to this tree line, my video camera battery dies, so switching to iPhone, not nearly as good. We're encountering another species of waterfowl here. This is Axix, the white nose American coot, and they nest in the reeds. They put nests that are kind of over top of the reeds as well. In fact, this one's probably trying to lead me away from a nest site, so I'm gonna wheel in there and see if I can get a look. Yeah, I'm not seeing any nest yet, at least for the coot. I mean, this little red-winged blackbird female must have a nest close by. She's getting upset. But what I was noticing was all of these cattails that are kind of uprooted along this edge here. They may have been harvested by a beaver, although I have not found indication of a beaver lodge as yet. But we are still going around making our way, so there could be a beaver who lives here, who knows. At the very least, muskrats, but are we gonna see any of them? I don't know, Danny. Maybe not. You know, looking along the tree line here, there's a few who have kind of fallen over into the lake, and a lot of exposed roots and this kind of thing as well among the willow and the trees at the edge zone. No evidence even on the willows of beaver activity, really. So I would say what I was seeing there with the cattails as well was not related to beavers, but probably the result of erosion along the edge of the cattails, caused by probably the same, you know, boat drifts and stuff that's kind of pushing me currently toward the shoreline. I haven't spent enough time on this water, but, you know, I'm just saying what I notice. Looks like I found some lake treasure. Not in the best condition, but still kind of cool. Little fishing spoon. I know you got river treasure out there too. I know that river's got one of your phones. In fact, I was thinking it all kind of jives that I end up making the end of this video on my iPhone, considering that when I got to Tortuguero, I had lost both of my real video cameras that I would have used on our tour, and was just using this phone the whole time. And you lost your phone into the river, I remember. Holy moly. Anyway, just cruising the shoreline here, looking for treasures and other things. It's a tire. Some debris. Yeah, I was just tooling along the edge here, the prairie edge, and I noticed for sure a sign here of muskrat among what was a bulrush stand. There's muskrat dung on the rocks there, so you definitely got muskrats. I have seen sign of previous occupation of beaver along the cut bank as I make my way back to the other end of the lake, but no sign of current beaver occupation. Yeah, for sure. Getting there though, we're almost back around. Just drifted into another reedy corner of the lake here, and I see we got a male northern shoveler over this way, and he's chucking, and somebody else is over here by that log. I want to go check that out. Hold on, I'm gonna steer the boat in that direction. See back there, it might just be a pheasant or something, but there's something going on. Oh, they spotted me. Meeks of gut sakes. Male and female. Oh no, there's still someone else in here. Who is that? Could it be just another grackle? There is a possibility. No. There's ducks. Saw X. Yeah, I think more mallards. Kind of slowly edge my way over. Not going too close. No, I'm seeing a ruddy head. Hold on. Sorry for the bad view. See if I can do this gently while also filming. That is a trick. Oh, and now I've scared off one of them at least. Nope. Both the ones I was looking at are still here. I think it's a redhead ducks. Yeah, it's a redhead couple. That's what it is. I see the female now. Alright, so now you got another representative. There's the female, there's the male. Redhead ducks. They make their nests in the reeds above the water. And they find me frightful. Our ducks are finally kind of making an appearance now that I don't have a good camera. It's a pair of cinnamon teals, and behind them blue-winged teals, group of blue-winged teals. So I think the only thing we haven't seen for teals around here is the green-winged teals. And I'm just kind of crash landed into the side as I was filming. These poor guys walking the trail must think I'm a dummy. Along the edge here we have more evidence of muskrat. And they're eating the same part of the cattail that I was interested in, eh? The yummy part. process. I was searching for caiman alligators, but I've failed. I do, however, believe that if we keep traveling, especially over toward the opposite shore here, we will encounter the Western Canadian manatee. A large beer belly of a man floating somewhere, probably on an air mattress. I am not sure what's going on out here. There's a considerable lot more people at the public beach than when I pulled in. This is a happening place. I had no idea. It's my own introductory tour. Okay, well, I guess this is the end of our tour for the day. I am back at the day use public dock area where I first pulled in with my kayak. So, Danny, hope you enjoyed the tour. I know if you lasted this long, my gratitude, I probably wouldn't have. See you next round, man.